Alright, I just hit max level in World of Warcraft Midnight, and I've now spent about 2 weeks in the endgame. I'll be honest, some parts surprise me in a really good way, but others feel way too easy. One thing I actually really like this time around is how smooth the transition into the endgame felt. By the time I hit level 90, I didn't just finish the main story, I had already done a few low-level delves and some prey hunts. So instead of the endgame feeling like this completely new system you know nothing about, I felt like I was already playing it. Blizzard basically eases you in the endgame system while you're still leveling, which is honestly a really smart design choice. It removes that awkward moment where you hit max level and think, okay, what do I even do now? So the first thing I got obsessed with when I hit 90 was the prey system. I wanted that transmog bad. So I just started flying around the zones, hunting targets non-stop. And here's the weird part. Even with pretty average gear and basically no set bonuses, I was able to beat the hard difficulty targets very easily. And that's the second hardest tier, which kind of felt like there's no excitement. Because if I can already defeat near endgame difficulty content with this weak gear, then what's the point of grinding to get better gear? I feel like this system had huge potential, but it just needs to be a bit more punishing. Now delves. This is where Midnight actually surprised me. Compared to the War Within, they just feel way better. I went in expecting long runs, repetitive objectives, and boredom, so at first I didn't even want to do more than one delve per day. But now, most delves are actually structured into two clean parts. The first part is where you go around the main area, you collect 7 objectives, and kill mobs on the way. And then there's the second part, which is killing the final boss. That's it. There's no dragging, no unnecessary filter, no extra corridors you need to go to just so you can loot the chest, none of that. Each run takes about 10 to 15 minutes, which is perfect. It's short, focused, and enjoyable, and you can do it as much as you like per day and get gear upgrades quickly. This is probably one of the biggest improvements in Midnight for me so far. Mythic Plus though, I'll be honest, I've only ever done one run so far. Not because I didn't want to, but because it's insanely hard to even get invited. And this is something I was really hoping Midnight would fix. But it feels like the old elitism culture is still very much alive. I've been level 90 for 2 weeks and only managed to get one Mythic Plus group, which kinda says everything. It's not about the skill, it's about your rating, your gear, and your experience. And obviously I don't suck because I can easily do a delve tier 11 without any problem, and I already have 4 tier set bonuses, so I really don't get why I'm still not able to find a Mythic Plus group. So guys, if you already don't have a high rating, then good luck getting in. So yeah, this Mythic Plus system feels pretty gatekept. Now raiding was actually the opposite experience, which I did not expect. I did my first normal raid today and honestly it was great. Even though it didn't full clear, I still got gloves from the first boss, and someone in the group traded me boots also from the first boss. And that's actually when I died on the first boss because I wasn't following the mechanics, because it was my first time. So yeah, shout out to the guy who traded me the boots, absolute legend. This is actually the kind of community that makes WoW feel alive. And it's the reason why most people prefer to play classic WoW, because you have this community which helps each other, which in retail obviously still exists, but you can easily get the wrong impression, especially if you're queuing for a Mythic Plus and experience that elitism issue which I talked about. So let's talk about the fight themselves in the raids. It actually felt like a complete visual cluster F, like too many particles, dialogue boxes flowing on the screen at the same time. It honestly started to feel like a slideshow. My PC was crashing, even though when I'm playing solo, like a delve, I can easily play on ultra settings. Right now I had to switch it down to the 5th setting, which is right in the middle, and it was still lagging like crazy. So yeah, the experience is fun overall, but I feel like Blizzard could have seriously optimized the raiding experience, and I think even if they just cut the particle effects in half, it would still look good, if not better. So overall, Midnight's endgame is kind of a mixed bag, but that's the whole point. Every player experiences every single system in the game, and then they choose the ones that they like, and they play only those. For me, Prey system was fun, but way too easy. Delves are awesome and a big improvement since the War Within, and I'm playing at least 2 to 3 delves every day. Raiding actually feels rewarding and much more social than I expected, so I'm definitely gonna try doing raids at least once a week. The bad stuff is that some of the systems like Prey could be a bit more challenging. Mythic Plus could not have the same gatekeeping issue that it had before, and Raiding could have less visual cluster F and just be a bit more optimized. But overall, I feel like Midnight feels much more accessible than it's ever been. So I think it's perfect for new players to jump in, whether you're a person that has always avoided retail and only played Classic, or somebody who has never tried WoW before at all. Now is the perfect time for you to jump in and give it a try. So yeah guys, let me know what you like about WoW Midnight, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, bye bye.